What's going on, traders? Ben and I from the Intraday Investors, and in this video we're going to be talking about Ben's trading week and how he was able to, come
outperform the market.
Outperform the market. All right.
So this week I had a total of $1,600, $1,614 in total profits from trading this week. 2,037 gross, and then minus 1950 in commissions, and then we did a 20% tax rate. So when you're trading, you have to take 20% from capital gains tax at the end of the year. So we just did the 20% tax out of the profit for the week. Normally it gets taken out of your account once a year, but we just did it after the week. So Monday was $650, Tuesday $541, Wednesday minus 81, Thursday 503, and Friday 424. I took 30 trades, so that was an average of 6 trades a day. I had 18 winners, 12 losers, which was a 66% accuracy rating. So this was actually my second best week overall since I started trading. I had a week early in February where I made just over $4,000 from Tesla, but this is my second best week to date. I traded a lot of Tesla this week, a lot of Netflix, Roku, Nvidia.
And here's to show you that, he came out 2037, and we actually never broke down our week, and we never broke down what we actually pay. So we had 1950 commissions, so per contract
65 cents.
65 cents. So 65 times the 30 trades, you can see that we don't bring home the profits that we show. Okay, so we don't want to make this seem too good to be true, because we do have to pay a 20% tax rate for capital gains. We do have commissions, so there's a price to pay. There's a price to play this game. But from going further, we're going to be going over some of his trades this week, and we're going to hop on my desktop. So, you want to get into this?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay,
All right, so just going to go over a couple of the trades I took this week. 2 of them being on Tesla, 1 being on Netflix. All right, so the first one here, this is Tesla on, I believe this was Thursday.
Thursday.
Yep, Thursday. So we're looking at Tesla Thursday on the 5-minute chart. You can see we open and immediately we start to consolidate. So as you can see here, Tesla is consolidating here in the small triangle pattern, and the bias as this pattern was, it was just going to break out either upside or downside. It was really starting to squeeze. So once it broke out here, I bought 2 calls. Let me get my phone. Where's my phone? Get my orders.
So you want to show the camera your fill?
Yeah.
So you got filled
at 523 each, 2 contracts, the 762 calls once it broke out. So at that point, I'm buying the far out the money calls just because Tesla is so expensive. So if you're buying like a strike or 2 out of the money on Tesla, it's probably going to be $10-20. So $1,000, $2,000 a contract. And I'm not at that position where I can take that much size yet. So I was buying 2 calls for $500 each. And then I sold 1 once we broke this high here at 735, and then when we started to come down at 1020, I sold the last contract.
You want to show it on your phone?
Yep. So we had 1 exit here for $6.19, and then my second exit for $7.40. So that was a pretty good trade.
Is this paper trading?
Nope, this is live trading. So we're talking about a pretty clean wedge breakout that we had there, just consolidating really nicely. Pretty easy trade. And then if we're looking back the other days, so we're looking at this was Tuesday. Caught a Tesla short here under this 730 level. So at this point, Tesla is rejecting this 730 price we can see, and once we get below that price, that's the exit or the entry signal. Okay, so you can see we bounced initially 730 here at 1:25 p.m. We start to trend higher, make a lower high. Okay, so we're trending throughout the day, making these lower trends. I'll just draw this real fast. So we're trending lower throughout the day. We make another high.
So how often are you drawing trend lines during your active trading?
I'm normally drawing trend lines
pre-market?
Pre-market,
right.
During market hours too.
Nice.
So we have this trend line drawn here. Okay, so we're making lower highs. We make a high. We fail to break the trend. and then we continue it lower. So the entry there is 740 underneath the 740 low. So
that's
bought
one call or one put at 550.
550, and then I exited it. I only bought one, and then I exited it at where is it? 1295 when we hit that low. So where was my sell time? 1353. So right as we're breaking higher here at 731, that was my exit. So another pretty easy trade on Tesla. Like I was saying, we had a trend line drew throughout the day. We failed to reverse the trend, and we made a lower low, got underneath the daily low, which was that 740 level, and that's the entry signal there.
So what's important that you got out of this, the biggest takeaway is you had this key level drawn out before.
Yep.
And you weren't hesitant when the opportunity started to present itself.
Exactly.
You didn't hesitate.
Yep. So that's important. That's what I've been doing all week, is not hesitating on these pretty good setups, and that's what's been leading to the constant success. All right, and then we're just going to look at this last Netflix trade.
Yes.
Now, there were a couple setups that I missed on Netflix, unfortunately. Just these really, really nice pattern breakouts.
I took the same setup he did, but we're just going to go over Ben's trade.
So this was the setup that we actually missed, which was underneath this. So we can see we're trending during the pre-market, and then we fail. Yep, we fail at the open, and then we get underneath, and then this is the entry here underneath the low. So we're starting to trend down. We break this trend up. You can see
that all that volume. I mean, it didn't wick back against you like that. That's a clean play. That's what we're trying to look for.
Yep. So the play that I took here was above 366. So after we start to reverse,
we didn't take the same play. I shorted it at that level that you had before.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's the one you're talking about that you wish you took.
Yeah. So I ended up getting long here over 366 once this hammer candle retested VWAP and then closed above 366. I got long 2 contracts.
And that's when the market started to reverse. I don't know if anyone remembers, what was this, Thursday or Friday?
Yeah.
The market, like I couldn't identify which direction it was. With all this coronavirus, with all this negative news, I was actually bearish on this. So like I didn't feel comfortable taking a long position. I'm happy that you did take that long position because you didn't hesitate. I started to bounce. It's oversold, and you executed on it. That's really really
so
crucial.
Once we break the 366 and hold, I bought 2 367.50 calls for $3.85 each. I bought them for $3.85 each. I bought 2 of them, and then I sold one at 560 at 1028. Once we fail 370, which was actually the pre-market high. So once we fail the pre-market high, I sold one. And I sold the next, once we started to trend down and make this 5-minute lower, I sold that one for 522. So that's a pretty clean trade. Like I said, I would have really liked to take the short on Netflix, but at the time I was trading Roku. And then going back, there's another really clean setup on Netflix here that I missed. If you can see, we have kind of like a triangle here that we break out of. Right. So
and these, you find the most success in these setups, you know, I mean, break of the low of day, break that, what was that pattern you had?
That wedge.
So we have a bullish wedge right here, and look at all that, look at that candle. That's a great momentum trade. So, I mean, I'm happy it worked out. You had a great week, so let's get back at it Monday.
Prepare for the new week. Just like, it's really important that when you have a good week like this, you come into the next week fresh and just ready for anything, because, you know, the market takes and gives you what it wants. So it's important that you don't dwell on past P&Ls and that you're ready for a fresh week to kick ass.
All right, so is that pretty much it for you want to say?
Yeah.
All right, you guys, everyone have a go on.
All right,
I've been getting to the money.